Hey, what's up, guys? Sam here, and I'll be doing the market review for February 19th, 2026. So, one day to go before OpX, and the market was jittery, to say the least. Potentially for obvious reasons. There are a lot of geopolitical catalysts that could introduce some volatility into the market, or maybe already have. There's an old saying that says, buy the sound of the cannon, sell the sound of the trumpets. And I'm going to make a case for that in this video, but it's not a particularly good one. I just thought it was a good title, and I want to present maybe just the other side of the coin that's less obvious, right? Because right now, you go on the Twitter and it's World War III is coming, and sell your stocks, and the patterns I've been showing you in these videos now for months, because we haven't really gone anywhere for months. Basically, I've said the same thing, but now we've reached a critical inflection point. So I'm going to start here with a chart of the Mag 7 index. This is going to be a new index. It has all the updated prices from the most recent prices. And I've done one important thing, and that is I booted out Palantir and I included Oracle. So now if I look at the chart, it goes back as far as 30 years as opposed to like 7 years, right? So I get more data, and Oracle's a bigger company. So I'll drop it in the description below. You can feel free to grab that, and then I would save it and use it as an internal. We've talked about how to use that before. It's a critical chart that I use every day. So let's start with this. So this is the Mag 7 index. Again, this is going to be Apple, Amazon, Avgo, Google, Meta, Microsoft, JPM, Oracle, Nvidia, and Tesla. And all the prices are weighed out. Everything's balanced, mathematically beautiful formula here. Long and not pretty, but mathematically beautiful. And essentially, this is like $10 trillion worth of market cap, right, collectively. And if you can tell me where this goes, I can tell you where probably the market in general is going to go. So the indicator here is not like this for a while. I just want to point this out. This is the primary indicator, and notice it's only given you 4 signals in the last 2 years, and each one has been an important signal, right? So this signal triggered here, you got a big pump. This signal triggered here, you got a huge dump. This signal triggered here, you got an even bigger pump. This signal triggered here, you got the dump, right? So I like that, very clean. I don't have to think too much. The indicator's doing all the work, and all I have to do is gab with you guys. So where are we now? Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of sugar and then a little bit of the opposite of sugar. So the sugar, and it's not even a whole lot of sugar. This collectively has come down to its daily 200, right? This is the first test of the 200 since the uptrend started. Unless we're about to go through one of these moments where it just is going to slice through, which it very well could, this is usually a spot where it should bounce, right? So that's the tiny bit of sweetness that I can offer you here. Let me give you the other 90% that's not so sweet. The primary reason that I'm bearish is because of this signal over here. This combination of signals is actually the worst combination of signals you can have. And the reason being is the Squeeze Pro is telling me caution because of the high compression squeeze. What's cool actually is John has an updated squeeze coming out. It's the Squeeze Ultra, and they've actually accounted for this. So in the Squeeze Ultra, the high compression squeezes will not show as good squeezes, which I think is really smart, because if somebody tells you, hey, something's in a high compression squeeze, you're thinking, or at least I would think, hey, that sounds like a great squeeze, right? If we like a regular squeeze, what about a super squeeze? But in reality, these actually tend to fire counter trend. So what's cool about it is the new squeeze actually accounts for that and will tell you this isn't an ideal squeeze. You combine that, which is a suboptimal squeeze, which will typically fire against the trend, and then you combine that with this signal on true momentum that says caution, and it's a really gnarly signal. You also have one of the world's biggest negative divergences here, where price went way up and the indicator has gone down, right? You see how those two peaks on the indicator, they're lower relative to the higher peaks on price. All in all, it's the worst combination of signals I've seen in a long time, and I think this is going to drop probably another 7 to 8% back to this level here, right? So I just want to start with that because I think this is kind of like a very quick snapshot of what I covered in the premium video for the folks in the Mastering the Trade Room. Just a little quick snapshot for you folks on YouTube in terms of what I'm looking at, what's the primary load-bearing piece of the idea. And the formula for this is actually going to be down below in the description. What I'd like for you to do at some point is throw it into your own charts, look at it with your own indicators, look at it with your own eyes, your own indicators, and try to disprove what I just showed you. So here's what I'd like to see. I'm going to manifest this and see how good I am at this. I'd like to see kind of like a fake peace treaty sometime in the next 3 to 4 days, right? You know, by Tuesday of next week or so. Gets us the bounce off the 200, which would complete that part of the cycle, right? This should bounce at the 200. The kind of the fake peace thing, whatever it is, it doesn't have, whatever it can be, it doesn't matter. Get us the pump, and then on the pump, I'd like to set up another short, significantly lower, for like at least March, potentially a little bit further out, depending on how wide I go. So that's the initial play, right? And then that kind of covers everything, because if you understand what I'm putting down on this chart, you know, if this chart actually completes the move that I've sketched in with for you today, then yeah, mostly everything's going to sell, right? All your favorite stocks will go with it. And of course, if we get the bounce, of course, that'll take everything with it as well. So with one chart, you can snapshot almost the entire market. That's why I like talking about it so much. And again, it's going to be in the description below. I have one pick for you here. Actually, how do I do this? I was going to show you guys on the YouTube oil. We've been playing oil in the room. And I think oil is starting a new trend. But I want to give you guys just one pick on the YouTube. Before I type it in, I'd like for you to stop real quick, drop us a like on the video, drop us a comment. It helps us with the algorithm. If you get value from our videos, it's a completely free thing that you can do that really helps us out. If you really like the videos, not just from myself, but from the other handsome and beautiful people on this team, then we do have a $7 trial running at Simpler. So that'll be in the description below as well. And $7 to come hang out with us. Sounds like a nice deal to me. So here's the pick for the week. It's going to be RTX. And you're going to say, well, you know, Sam, you're trading oil and now you want to trade RTX. You know, aren't you getting a little boned up for this World War III? And I would actually prefer it not be World War III because it would make things a lot cheaper and a lot easier. But this setup's kind of undeniable. So this is essentially what I look for. I think this fits the bill for almost everybody's setup. It's just a classic John Carter, you know, MTT, mastering the trade kind of setup. Max bull chart, ideal look and squeeze, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I scalped this today on my own because we didn't get a fill in the room. I'd like to come in as early as tomorrow, and I'm looking to buy the 210 calls for March on RTX. I might do it as a spread, but I noticed that they were getting a lot of flow on the 210s, so I want to play ball with that. So I think that's a decent way to do it. One of the better looking charts out there, max bull with a squeeze. Speaking of squeezes, I don't know if you knew this, but John actually refined the original squeeze, and he's kind of taken it to the next level, and it is a worthy upgrade to the most popular and frankly best indicator that we have at Simpler, which is the squeeze. So it's called the Squeeze Ultra. He's actually been doing the class this Saturday, but I wanted to tell you guys that tomorrow will be a pre-class session that will be live. And if you guys grab this today or sometime before the class tomorrow, you'll be able to participate in the pre-class, which we don't do this a whole lot, but they have a pre-class before Saturday. Saturday is the actual class. Tomorrow will be the live pre-class, and if you pick this up before the class starts, you'll be able to join it live, ask some questions, and then that'll roll you very nicely into the Saturday big class, where they'll actually be covering how to use this and trade with it. So the link here is above, simplertrading.com/squeeze ultra. Check that out. Again, the squeeze doesn't get updated very often. It was damn near perfect as it was, and they did go ahead and add a couple of refinements to it that have taken it to the next level. This is one of the most exciting drops that we're gonna. This has got to be the most exciting drop we're gonna have all year, right? A new squeeze doesn't come around that often, so check out the webinar, see if you like it, if you resonate with it, join the class that will be happening tomorrow, the pre-class, and then I'd like to see you in the Saturday class as well for the big drop. And come have some fun with Johnny Carter. He'd like to see you there, as would I. Alright guys, so that's my time. So again, check out the description below for the Mag 7 Index, and drop us a like, drop us a comment. Always appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Cheers. Hey traders, this is Sam with Simpler Trading. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you found the information in it helpful. If you did, leave us a like, leave us a comment. It really does help us out with the algorithm. And if you want to see us trade live with our own real money and be part of the community, come and check us out at simplertrading.com.